Hi, my name is D Emperor Eris, and today we are going to talk about one of my favorite series that came out I think 2-3 years ago by the name of Domina. It has the same flow like if you loved watching shows like Game of Thrones, that type of Spartacus, that kind of theme. If you love those kind of shows, then this is it for you. So Domina talks about this lady by the name of Livia Drusilla. So let me talk about what happened in season 1, the breakdown, and then we'll go to season 2. It has a total culmination of 16 episodes. Season 1 ended on 8 episodes, and season 2 just recently wrapped with 8 episodes, so combination of 16 episodes. So now the main theme of season 1 was about Livia Drusilla, from her early life as a naive young girl in the wake of Julius Caesar's assassination. Read about it. Through her rise to become the Emperor's Augustus' wife, becoming Rome's most powerful and influential empress and woman, because that woman was powerful. So in season 1, they talk about her, how she came to be one of the most powerful and influential women of that time. And it started out as her as a young girl loving her father, and her father having this big ambition of returning power back to the Senate and not letting power become of one man, which later becomes a running theme for the 2 seasons. But this in season 1, the husband, who later became Augustus, doesn't know that this is the end game or end goal for Livia. So through twists and turns and politics, she's able to eventually get married to the current quote-unquote emperor, who hasn't become emperor, but he holds a high office called Augustus. And the dude marries her, but the 2 sons that she has aren't technically his. So in season 1, it becomes more about a power grab, and so he was going to give his power when he comes of, when he is dying, or he thinks that he has had enough of the politics of Rome. He decides to give his power, I think, to his nephew. But Livia is like, nope, you're not going to do that here. So she devises a scheme with her maid at that time, and they were able to kill the said nephew, thus leaving her sons to become the next heirs of the throne. Then at the season finale, she reveals to the sons that apparently, I've been doing this for your grandfather because her father, the grandfather to her kids, was brutally killed, because when Caesar was quote-unquote assassinated, a lot of members from his cabinet and those who sided with him were killed that night by none other than the guy Drusilla married currently, and she has always harbored a grudge with him till to date. So as part of her mission to get rid of him and return back the power to the Republic, she went along with him, pretended to love him, just to get close to him and assert also her power. But she was also what we call quote unquote helpful. You see, that's why one thing people do not understand about power. You can be next to powerful people, but if you're not helpful, they'll get rid of you. And every time they try to get rid of Livia, they understood that Livia is inevitable. Even if she's a woman, she's inevitable. She's inevitable. We need her when we are striking. We need her to make some of these battle plans. We need her when you want to do said A, B, C, D, E kind of things. Now that's season 1. Season 2, which just and they took their time, because I think they took either a 1 year and a half break or 2 year half break. They dropped it this year. This year, I think, for me, if you ask me, they were really rushing through the episodes, and the build-up was, unlike season 1, the build-up wasn't that quick. There are some episodes that the pacing could have been done better, but the build-up wasn't that quick. It was, oh, get yourself into a problem, do this, do that. Livia is there to save the day. And what I loved before the pre-season finale was in the last episode, where Augustus had to now make one of the sons to one of so Livia has two sons. One is both are military combatants, but the younger one is more ambitious, and he was given a task to go capture Germany. It looked like a 10-year service at the time, and for that time it was a great honor for young men of his age to go do that, and he was conquering. But his step uncle or his stepfather and his boss came across messages of them trying to usurp him from his throne, and decided, you know what, it's time to get rid of this nigger. And not only that, he made a promise to his late sister, who her son was killed by Drusilla, to forfeit one of his sons. And he chose the military guy, and the military kid got it. Now we are in a situation, the other son has his own demons because of an incident that happened in season 1, whereby they were all, so Drusilla and her first husband were trying to run away from the ops, and they were almost caught because the baby that she had couldn't stop crying, so she had to suffocate him to stop crying. She didn't know that there were going to be consequences of her suffocating her son, which later I think gave him some sort of PTSD and gave him a split personality image. Now Augustus, trying to unite both of his families and both his families, takes his only daughter, marries her to the PTSD son, and force them to be a couple. But they don't want each other because the PTSD son loves his first wife, who he got rid of, and the Augustus daughter wants to be a whore. And they somehow were able to come up with a deal with Drusilla. They were able to maintain the marriage, and Drusilla, as the season finale ends, comes to realize that Augustus had something to do with the death of his son, and she's like, you know what, screw it, all bets are off, he's going to get his, and that's where the season ends. So for me, the first season I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The second season I also give it, especially for the finale, and especially now, if you know the history part of it and how this is all going to end, I think I'll give it a 7.5, because the acting was on point, the scripts were on point, Drusilla's acting, like, you know, it's good, it's refreshing when you get a female character that's written so well, because of this nonsense that is going on currently on Hollywood. You get a female character that's written so well, so poised, so in her element. You would feel that most of the times you don't know what kind of plots are going on in beneath, but that woman is so 10 steps ahead of everybody, and she likes keeping people on toes. And that's why I keep saying, even if you're in power, even if you're in a room of powerful people and you're not useful or helpful in any sort of way, they will get rid of you. So that's it, folks. That's my review for Domina 1 and 2. See you next time. Peace out.